I can walk, can't walk, but I can fly. I love my 2-year-old in heels, left to die in a pool of alcohol, and my nipples are bigger than my breasts. Good morning! Intrepid reporter here, reporting to you from Planet Sweeney for the magazine Cosmoplankton. It's a lovely Easter day. Well, it's the Easter weekend coming, hence the daffodil. And I've got all my chocolate eggs put aside. I've been trying to keep my hands off them, and I've managed that, so I'm looking forward to next day. But this is my report on the media, if you wondered what that was about, and, you know, the influence it has, in particular, over the youngsters. And those were just a few of the titles that I'd read about. Now, you know, correct me if I'm wrong here, but this is having a massive impact on the youth. And I've just come back from a pool, by the way, and I'm proud to say that our local community takes no notice at all at media. They're all healthy size 18 up there. But anyway, no, it really affects the young lasses in particular really bad. You know, you've got to be a size note, you've got to be, you know, if you're any bigger than a barbecue skewer, you're not getting a look in, you know, and, the emphasis on the weight, and, you know, the way you look is absolutely atrocious, if you ask me, atrocious, you know. I mean, they spend their lives, you know, main meal at day is a tomato, I've been reading, main meal at day is a tomato, you know. Well, I'm sorry, you know, but healthy, not pasty, that's my opinion, healthy, not pasty, and all this thing about dressing up, you know, being as slim as Victoria, you know, or what have you, you know, and, you know, these, you know, we're all inclined to dress up a little bit, aren't we, but these days it's just taken too far. I mean, don't get me wrong, you know, I'm not, you know, kind of party pooper, as it were. I know what it's like to dress up. I were a child once, you know, and us little girls in particular, we like a bit of dressing up, you know, and some little boys too as well. But I can remember many hours, you know, as a 6-year-old, you know, dressing up in my mother's clothes, you know, put on her pair of her ski pants on, you know, some of her stockings over my head for hair, you know, and her best stiletto heels, and I were off. You know, we're off, and I had a whale of a time. In fact, I nearly made it up to the local church, but they brought me back screaming, you know. But that's my point, you see. I knew my boundaries, and women these days, you know, young girls, they don't, you know, 10, 12-year-olds, where's the childhood, eh? Where's the childhood? Should be playing Ludo, shouldn't they, eh? Monopoly. No, they're on their mobiles and they're in these flipping chat rooms. God knows what they're getting up to, you know. And, you know, we're looking at some of the magazines on display in the local store. And copies of nuts, you know, and I don't mean the shell variety, you know. Right next to breakfast bars. You know, well, correct me if I'm wrong here, but who the heck wants to look at a woman tweaking her own nipples as if she were tuning into a radio show when you're getting your breakfast bar? No, I'm sorry, you know, call me a prune, you know, but it's not the thing, that is it, eh? And then this whole emphasis on, you know, sexual performance. Well, do you know what? You know, the world is obsessed with sex. It's obsessed with it, and apparently, if you don't sound like a seal during the act, you're not doing it right, you know. Well, correct me if I'm wrong here, but the appropriate word and the most symbolic word there is act. So come on, ladies, how many of you have acted? And how many of these celebrities, you know, who are having these fantastic love lives, you know, actually act, you know, and would rather be curled up in bed with a magazine and an hobnob, eh? No, in my opinion, if you want to turn bad sex into good sex, don't do it at all, eh? Don't do it at all. Just shove a nice video on, you know. Good book, like I said, you know. It's too much emphasis, you know. Absolutely atrocious, you know. And, you know, these people, you know, they are role models. They are role models for our youngsters, you know. And these youngsters are going to be our futures. aren't they? They're our futures, you know. And, you know, they're getting all wrong idea. Men are getting wrong idea about what ladies really want, you know. And I'll tell you what we want. I'll tell you what we want. We want a little bit of attention. We want to be listened to, eh? Not ogled at. We want people to listen to. We want you blokes out there to listen to us because we've got serious things to say. We have. Serious things to say. No. And correct me if I'm wrong here, ladies, but most men, and I'm not painting your with the same brush, but most men's idea of foreplay is wake up. Isn't it? Eh? No, we could do without that. So that's my opinion on the media. You know, it's got a lot to answer for. I'll just stop up here because I had a snack earlier on and I might have taken my lippy off there. That's better, isn't it? Eh? No, so you see, that's my opinion about the media. Don't listen to it, really. Have a look at it, take it with a pinch of salt, you know, but that's the end of the day. Be happy who you are, you know, and love the people around you, eh? Not the virtual people, not the people in print, because, to be honest, half of them have been air-gunned, haven't they, eh? They've had an air gun to them, you know, no. So that's my report on the media, you know, and take it from me, it's not all it's cracked up to be. You know, you can be very happy and fulfilled and attractive, you know. I mean, I'm not blowing my own trumpet here, but, you know, and just be happy. So that's me, Intrepid reporter, reporting for me, Superior and Miss Terry on the media. And the next report is going to be on phobias. Phobias and how they affect us and where they really spring from, which in a way is kind of hand in hand, isn't it, with the media sort of sprouting up all these weird phobias we've got now. You know, we can't cope with life, can we, because it's not like them in these flipping magazines. Anyway, love to you all, have a wonderful Easter, and don't go eating too much chocolate, because you'll soon be a size 18. There's nothing wrong with that, of course. Perfectly acceptable. Perfectly acceptable. But anyway, so this is Intrepid reporter reporting from Planet Sweeney for magazine Cosmoplankton. And have an happy Christmas, or rather Easter. Easter, you see, I'm absolutely obsessed with media now. They've had me thinking way ahead, see, getting all Christmas stuff out, aren't they, before Easter. So, tatty bye. Mwah.